A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back
We're
in
remembering
Metropolis,
back.
things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rot in hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Goodness sake. Is the dream going to go on for hours? Look, forget it.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too. Ma knows what she's doing. And that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows. And it looks like they did the trick on that other fella for sure.
Pretty tight.
Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah. That sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday.
That's good. Ma will be glad. But I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dream?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Could lie about a beautiful maiden. Just a dream, it didn't mean anything.
It was only a dream. There's no need to get upset about it. The important things happen when a person's awake. So the sooner I get up, the better. I'll go and get a little fresh air and sunshine.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along. And we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Part points. Press P. You can change outfit. Those are the stats right there. Main level is strength. Perk points. Level progress. It says down here I've got 12 available perk points. Under strength. We've got hardworking lad. Oh yeah, E to learn. If you carry a sack or even a dead or unconscious body, the weight only counts as a half. Therefore, they will hardly burden you, and carrying them will no longer cost you extra stamina. Additionally, your carrying capacity is permanently increased by 8 pounds. So up at main level, titles don't honour the people that wear them, people honour the titles they hold. Your main level reflects your overall progress through the game. Then there's Train Hard, Flight Easy. The required strength level for all melee weapons is lower by 1. Generally, if your strength level is lower than the weapon requires, you will do less damage with it. On the other hand, if it's higher, you'll do slightly more damage with it. With this perk, you'll arrive at that point sooner. Strength also affects how well you can draw a bow and hold it drawn. So I've got to make decisions here. Strength and agility, deft hands. The required agility level for all melee weapons is lowered by 1. Featherweight. Full damage is reduced by 30%. Got full damage. Nothing unlocked in these yet. Got stamina, health, energy, nourishment. Look over here in secondary, we've got charisma, conspicuousness, visibility, noise, speed, and then got dialogue stats. And here are the skills: alchemy, craftsmanship, razor sharp. If you sharpen a weapon on the grindstone to a condition of 98% or higher, the weapon gains a bonus effect that increases its slashing damage by 10%. You've got 7 league boots. If you wear boots repaired by yourself, sprinting will cost you 25% less stamina. Well fitted armor and clothing that you repair yourself with the armorer's kit will make less noise when worn. This is a drinking one there. Horsemanship, night training. Melee attacks from horseback will cost you 15% less stamina, and it will be harder for enemies to unseat you. Saddler. Repairs with the cobbler's kit will be 20% more efficient. Additionally, because you know pouches and satchels well, you have a +1 bonus on the thievery skill if you pick pockets. There's more stuff here under survival. On the poacher's trail, you can sell herbs, game hides, and trophies for double the price. Wanderer. The quality of beds increases for you the higher your survival skill is, but at most this perk will improve the quality of a bed to 50%. On higher quality beds, the perk will have no effect. Then we got combat. Warfare head protection. If you're wearing a helmet, blows to the head will cause 20% less damage. Steadfast. Blocks will cost you 20% less stamina, and your shield and weapon will wear down 20% slower by blocking. Swords. Opening strike. If you successfully wound an opponent by a strike to an uncovered zone, it will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attacks. Precise strike. With a fully charged sword attack, your sword fighting skill will count 3 higher, so your attack will not only be stronger, but it will also be harder to parry. Fully charged sword attack. Then there's heavy weapons stuff. And there's pole arms. There's unarmed. And there's marksmanship. You got combos. You got buffs. Riki, you stink. This is not only unpleasant for people around you, but your stench can even give you away if you're trying to pass unnoticed. You can easily get rid of the smell by visiting the baths or washing yourself at a trough. Reputation. And their stats. Lots of stats. So, I've got to make decisions on I've got 12 available perk points to spend. Let's learn that one. Whatever I can spend points in, craftsmanship, horsemanship. I will definitely put one in there. And I'll put one in there. Well fitted, was that there before? Armor and clothing that you repair yourself with the armorer's kit will make less noise. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I think I'll put one in steadfast. Put one in precise strike. Put one in there. Pole arms. Pole arms will take damage 25% slower. Blocking while using a pole arm will be easier, more effective, and will cost you less stamina. So put one there. Under unarmed. After the first strike in combat, subsequent unarmed attacks will cost you 20% less stamina and deal 10% more damage. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. This perk will also activate after performing a stealth takedown. The harder they fall. If you fight unarmed against an opponent with a weapon, your unarmed combat skill will count as 5 points higher. Put one in there. Marksmanship, crippling shot. If you deal damage to an enemy with a ranged weapon, their stamina will recover more slowly and their combat ability will be reduced. Or steady aim. If you don't move for 2 or more seconds while aiming, your stamina will drain 20% slower and your shot will be 15% stronger. Crippling shot, I think. So I've spent some stuff there. And put one in there. Oh, under main level, I didn't see this before, Charming Man. If you gain reputation, the increase will be 10% higher. Or, if you lose reputation, the drop will be 10% less. Charming man or opportunist? I'll put it in there.
Tells me you're really a nobleman, sir.
Can I have more soup? I'm looking for my stats. My health's to at 100. My energy's on 81 and my nourishment's on 79. Energy up, nourishment up. Nice soup.
The thing is, it's up to a bunch of nobles, my father appointed, to decide when I'm of age.
You seem quite adult to me, sir.
Yeah, I should think so. But they keep dragging their heels about it. They'd have to meet up to decide. And it's either, oh, it's too far to travel, or some.
Need a wash.
Confirm my adulthood. Only our king is being held captive in Austria by his own brother, and I'm still the almost Lord of Rattay.
Our king?
What have I got to do? I got to join the others for breakfast. Sit there.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
I don't know. I didn't play the first game for all that long.
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. so I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Talmberg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was! Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Geleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then you shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do.
Well, they talk a lot, don't they? New stuff added venoms and poisons. And weapons. Alchemy. Pause to read. Food is talked about there. And tools. Crafts are empty. What events? Crisis of the late Middle Ages. Health is looking alright.
So it's no wonder folks buy
I'll
from
take
us,
your apple.
But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk, not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave
There's
us
a
in
problem
the
there.
lurch.
Because in the last video, at the end of all the combat and everything, poor old Growler got it.
That animal is
But he's back.
Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you.
It finally stopped. Got a torch over here. Oh yeah, but what have I got in terms of... I've got a hunting sword. Equipping a pouch will open up slots that you place potions and food into. You can quickly consume these during combat. That shows the condition. So this short tunic here is not great. Maybe get rid of it. That would be a good idea to equip something. And then I've got the food down there. All right. My journal says I need to talk to Capon about leaving for... We'll do that next time then. Thanks for watching. See you next time.